Welcome to Inside Business Today. Today we're talking about one of the most critical and in-demand professions in the world, commercial airline pilots, and the Academy setting a new global standard for how they're trained.
Joining us is Lee Woodward, CEO of Skyborne Airline Academy. It's a global pilot training organization with deep roots in both the US and the UK. Lee, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks very much for inviting me to the show. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Lee, if people aren't familiar with what Skyborne Airline Academy is, can you tell us what your core mission is?
Okay, so essentially Skyborne Airline Academy, we train airline pilots, future airline pilots for some of the world's biggest brands. So at the school, a student will start training, sometimes with no flying experience at all. Then we'll take them all the way through to full commercial license, sometimes going on to be an instructor with Skyborne before transitioning to the airline.
I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan of aviation. Juliana knows this.
Yes.
You guys have grown so quickly. What kind of scale and impact does Skyborne have today?
So, we formed the company in about 2017. In those early years, we're building it. Then, of course, the pandemic happened, which affected every industry on the planet, including pilot training. But actually, our growth has still almost been exponential, roughly year on year, doubling since we started. And we are now probably one of the largest flight schools, training organizations in the world.
Lee, you work closely with major airlines. Why is airline pilot training such a smart investment right now?
So Skyborne chose as a business model to train pilots for airlines. That is a definite cognitive decision we made. So we partner with those airlines, and almost all of our trainees, all of our students are on some kind of pathway to one airline or another. Why do we feel that's important? Well, simply, if you look at all the projections for airline expansion and air travel over the next 10 to 20 years, it's immense. And so we believe it's a smart move to be in the pilot training space.
You know what? Let's take a closer look at Skyborne's training environment, state-of-the-art facilities, and what life is really like for cadets on campus, giving them the business edge.
For many aspiring pilots, the dream begins long before they ever step into a cockpit. But turning that ambition into a professional aviation career takes far more than passion alone. It demands discipline, resilience, and training that prepares students for the realities of the flight deck. Skyborne Airline Academy was founded in 2017 with a clear mission: to raise the standard of airline pilot training and ensure every graduate is truly airline ready. Today, with training centers in Vero Beach, Florida, and 2 locations in the United Kingdom, Skyborne has established a global footprint, partnering with leading airlines including SkyWest, British Airways, Indigo, and DHL Air UK. As global demand for skilled, resilient pilots continues to grow, Skyborne is helping shape the future of aviation, one graduate at a time. Because great pilots are not simply trained to fly. They're trained to lead, to adapt, and to be ready when it matters most.
Lee, what's next for Skyborne Airline Academy?
So Skyborne, we've got some interesting plans coming up. 2026 is a bit of a pivotal year for us. Some new things on the horizon. In the United States, we'll be delivering something known as ATP CTP. For the viewers and the readers, they'll know what that is. It's effectively the transition course from finishing your training on light aircraft before then going to fly an airliner with one of our partner airlines. So Skyborne will be delivering that training in 2026. The other thing we're very keen to do is what is known as Part 147 maintenance training. So our aspiration is to open up a maintenance school here in Vero Beach and to be able to train future mechanics. If there's one thing the world needs more than pilots over the next 10 years, it's mechanics and maintenance crew. And so that's part of our evolution, is to develop into that space.
Lee, I want to thank you so much on behalf of Juliana and the entire team here. We certainly appreciate you joining us and for all the work you're doing to shape the future of aviation.
And thank you all for watching Inside Business Today. We'll see you on the next one.